ranking every US state by how good their first mountains picture on Google would be for a postcard. I Googled each state name followed by the word mountains and used whatever the first image was. I'll be considering the entire photo, not just the mountains. Number 50, Louisiana. Obviously, it's a pretty flat state, so there's not a ton to offer in terms of mountains, but this is just a really lame photo. 49, Florida. Obviously, another pretty flat state, so I wasn't expecting much here, but this would just be a terrible postcard. 48, Delaware. At least there are some mountains on this one, but this is just too dark and sad to be on a postcard. 47, Michigan. Now, this is significantly better than what we've seen so far, but this Charlie Brown looking Christmas tree in the front ruined it for me. 46, Illinois. This is where they start to get a lot better, but still, I like bright and colorful scenes, and this is just too much green. 45, South Carolina, the same thing. 44, Alabama. Again, just a lot of green, not much color, but it is a very pretty scene. 43 is Mississippi. At first, I really like this one because there's some bright colors to it, but then I looked a little bit closer. We've got some random towers on top of the mountain. That ruins this picture. 42, Minnesota. Don't get me wrong, it's a very pretty scene and a high quality photo, but there's just nothing interesting about this to make it worthy of a postcard. 41, Kentucky. I do like the fog coming in down below, but just not a very bright and eye-popping photo. 40, Georgia. Again, a nice scene, but just seems a little bit too dark. 39, New Mexico. I think these mountains are gorgeous, but as I said in the last few, I want bright and colorful and eye-popping. These are way too dark for me, so I gotta knock it out here. 38, New Jersey. Pretty cool, but too much green for me. 37, Indiana. I like that it's colorful, but I'm not really seeing much in terms of mountains. 36, Virginia. It's nice, but again, too dark. 35 is Kansas. Now, obviously, there isn't much here in terms of mountains, but it is still a very pretty looking picture, so that's why it made it this far. 34 is Missouri. Now, I don't really like that it looks like there might have been a wildfire that just ran through there, but otherwise, I like this one because there's a lot of color to it. 33, Maryland. Nothing special to this one, but just a nice picture. Some color throughout. You've got the water and then obviously the mountains. 32, Iowa. Same thing with the water and then some colorful trees in the background. And again, 31, New York. Some mountains with some colorful trees and a river down the middle. 30, Pennsylvania. Surprise, surprise. Another one with some water scenery in it as well. 29, Maine. The last one here like this, and I think these rocks over here just look pretty cool. 28, Arkansas. Got this nice little overlook here to take in the scenery. 27, Massachusetts. A gorgeous view, and I like these flowers down in the front. 26 is Ohio. I like all the color to this one and the rocks here down below. This is a cool picture. I'm just not sure how well it would work as a postcard. 25, Rhode Island. This one made it this far because it would be a great postcard, but I'm eliminating it here because where are the mountains? 24, Oklahoma. An awesome scene here, but the lack of sunlight on the lower portion of the photo has to knock this one out. 23, North Carolina. Made it this far because I like the fog and all the mountains in the background, but as you've heard from me many times, I like bright and eye-popping, and this one just doesn't have that. 22, South Dakota. Just stunning scenery in this one, but again, not enough color for me. 21, New Hampshire. A ton of color down below and some nice mountains in the background. This one is solid. 20, Vermont. Obviously, you've got the mountain to this one, but I really like the colors in the sky. 19, California. Clearly beautiful, but it's an old photo, so kind of low quality. 18 is North Dakota. Just an absolutely breathtaking scene. I just wish there were a little more color to it. 17, Tennessee. If the quality of the photo was a little better, it would have been top 5, but I still like this one a lot, especially the color of the sky. 16, Texas. I'm going to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what all of these are down here, but they look really cool. 15, Wyoming. I'm honestly not a huge fan of all this down here, but the mountains up top look awesome. 14, Nebraska. This one just represents the state perfectly, and it looks pretty cool too. 13, Connecticut. There's not a ton going on, but it is a super high quality photo, and I love all the colors to it. 12, Hawaii. This one speaks for itself. It's gorgeous. 11, Idaho. Again, just no explanation needed. 10, Nevada. Just imagine relaxing right there by the water. 9, Wisconsin. Love the scenery over here and how the sunlight comes through the rocks. Number 8 is West Virginia. Just a lot of cool elements to this one. Obviously, you've got the mountains and then the fog, and I like these rocks in the front. 7, Arizona. I like the colors to this one, especially the orange. And here's where it got really tough. From this point forward, you could justify any of them being number 1 because they are all beautiful. But number 6 is Oregon. I really like the reflection in the water. 5, Montana. So many pretty elements to this one with the mountains, the water, and even the trees here down below. Number 4, Washington. Very similar to the last one. I like the snow-covered mountains. And again, we've got the water and the trees throughout. 3, Alaska. Again, you've got the trees and the water, but obviously the best thing about this one is the snow-capped mountains. Number 2, Colorado. The land speaks for itself, but I love the sky in this one. And number 1, Utah. This is stunning. What more could you want on a postcard?